folks, welcome to Legacy IS Academy. In this video, we will be discussing a current affair topic presented to you by your faculty Sushma KP. So, what is the topic that we will be looking into today? Tungaleng Muvai returns home after 50 years. Now, what is the background? What is the story? We will be looking into it, and how does it impact the Naga peace process? First and foremost, the person that we spoke, that is Tungaleng Muai, is a NSCNIM chief. Understanding? He is 91 years old. Now, for the first time in 50 years, okay, he is considered like this. In simpler sense, who is Tungaleng Muai means he is a very important chief of your NSCNIM. Okay, now this is a armed group. Okay, this person who is of 91 years old, for the first time in 50 years, he is allowed to visit the village he was born in Manipur. Understanding why such things happen? We will be decoding that in the course of the video. So, where is that particular village that he was born in? It is in Somdal village in Ukrul district of Manipur. Okay, for the first time he is visiting his home village in 50 years. Now, how does it imply to your Naga peace process? Now, I told you this person is the most important, or consider him as the chief of this armed group of NSCNIM. This indicates that there is a ongoing India Naga peace talks, and also after 50 odd years he is coming back. It's like a homecoming ceremony, right? So this would also indicate a reconciliation step or more of your government in a negotiation process with them, and also to trying to bring a long lasting peace in this scenario. Okay, one of the thing is your center has facilitated, that is allowed for the visit, and this is happening amidst your peace dialogue. That is, it's more of a confidence building measure between the Nagas and with regarding to your center, and in that they have allowed this visit is a historic step. Now, coming to the background, who is this Tungaling Muai? First and foremost, he was born in your Somdal village in Ukrul district of Manipur. He was born into the Tangkul Naga tribe. Okay, now he is considered as more of an ideological head who speaks for the, let's say, your Nagas have certain demands, your greater Naga limb, wanting for special status and all those, right? So this is one of the factions which is speaking on behalf of the people. So it's speaking more about your Naga nationalization. Now this person, when he was to visit, if you see couple years ago, around in your 2000 period, when he was to enter into Manipur, at back then that point of time it was Congress government, they did not allow him to enter into the Manipur state itself, and also a couple of clashes also broke out. Amidst this backdrop, now this person being allowed to enter, when you ask the people there if you see how the people were trying to welcoming him, children were wearing red sweaters, holding and waving their light blue color flag, and even your adults were wearing your Tangkul Naga traditional attire, and they claimed him as Atok Kilonsar, which means like a prime minister. It's more of a hierarchy of NSC and IM. Okay, so people were telling they were excited to see him, they were excited to receive him. So this was the scenario. Now I kept telling NSC and IM all this, right? What is this exactly? First and foremost, with regard to Nagaland, see, they have had a long-standing demand of creating a greater Nagaland. A greater Nagaland would involve territories from your Manipur, from Arunachal, right? So all these areas, your Assam, all these areas would go away. Will the people of these places keep quiet? I told you in your Manipur also, when one of the times he tried to visit, there was huge protest again from the Metis group. Is again they are worried of where their land will be taken. Yes, that is obvious. Now what happened is, now we will just see about what is the objective of this grouping. First we'll see the background. If you see with regard to your Muvai, he was a former General Secretary of Naga National Council. Your Naga National Council, again, differences arose, and then he went ahead and founded NSCN, understanding, with Isaac Chu Su and SS Kaplang. Finally, what happened because of Muvai's, let's say, in whether we want to engage with the center or not, in this, differences broke out between your Kaplang and your Muvai. So this led to the creation of NSCN-IM, which is Isaac Muvai. Okay, they are the advocates of Greater Nagaland. And another aspect went to your NSCN-K Kaplang. Okay, they are more of northeast Myanmar based, and they still take on your militant approach. Now, if you see these three people, that is your Muvai, Isaac, and Kaplang. Your Isaac has passed away and Kaplang is no more, but the only last person left in this is your Muvai. Now let's see where are the roots of the Naga movement. See, in depth we have made a detailed analysis on with regard to your Naga conflict in Lexi IS Academy. Do check that out. Now we can divide this Naga movement into periodic histories. That is, before independence there was something called as Naga Club, okay, with armed members, educated people trying to create something towards your nationalization. And also Naga National Council was created in 1946 period of time, where they were seeking more autonomy. In 1947 this Naga National Council declared independence one day before the independence of India itself. In 1950s, if you see, more of armed insurgency begins with the spearheading under your Eze Pizzo, and with trying to control the situation in northeast. At that point of time, your AFSA Act was put in place, that is your Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Okay, so the goal of your Nagas were on the lines of your Greater Naga limb, that is integration of all Naga inhabited areas which are coming from your Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and your Myanmar regions. Now again, in these areas also conflicts arose, because they were telling that then that would mean we will lose our land. Then finally 1997 a ceasefire was signed between NSC and IM and Government of India, and even though a ceasefire was signed, still he was not allowed to enter into Manipur, that is his hometown, he could not enter. So he stayed somewhere 160 kilometers away from his hometown. In 2001, they tried to attempt to extend the ceasefire of the Naga areas in Manipur also. This was again met with violent protests from the Meitei community. Then finally in 2010, Muvai tried to enter Manipur, but again that point of time Congress government did not allow, which led to this almost 6 casualties. Then finally what happened is your 2050 milestone. Okay, in 2015 a framework agreement was formed between your center and your Nagaland. In this, first and foremost, the government recognized Naga's unique history and they were okay with the shared sovereignty concept. So initially Nagaland it was more about we want separation, we want somewhere on the lines of an entire secession from Indian territory and all those. Then eventually they came for your shared sovereignty. But there are certain issues where your Nagaland wants. See, already Nagaland is given constitutionally special status under 371s. But it wants something about them, that like how your Jammu and Kashmir had. But Jammu and Kashmir ka special status only, it was revoked in 2019. The same thing cannot be given to your Nagaland also. So now the issues persist with your separate flag and separate constitution, which government doesn't want to be going back to. Now, your 2025 visit, especially in this backdrop after your 2015 framework, indicates this is the first visit in 50 years, and the public had a massive welcome in your Ukrul village, especially under your Tangkul Naga tribe. And also, this is seen as governments allowing to enter is seen as a good step towards your negotiation. And center is showing more of confidence building with respect to flexibility, and your people are also receiving the person very well. Now, if you see what are the key demands of your NSC and IM means, first thing is shared sovereignty. Unlike earlier, it was like complete. We will be separate sovereigns. No, now it is shared sovereignty. But the issue is again with respect to your Naga flag and a separate Naga constitution. And another issue is integration of your Naga inhabited areas, because that would mean you will take the territory from other neighboring states. So, these are some of the issues. How is the government trying to deal with it? But before that, we have a small announcement from Legacy IS Academy. If you're someone who wants to kickstart your UPSC civil service journey, then look no further. You have found the right spot with Legacy IS Academy. We maintain our batch size at strictly 40 member per limit so as to make sure we provide individualized and personalized attention. Alongside this, we also offer one on one mentorship, easy access to educators, and also your daily mains answer writing challenge, prelims mock test series, your interview mock test panels, 360-degree holistic current affairs classes, CSAT classes. We also conduct our sessions in both online as well as offline mode. For those of you who are working professionals or students, we also offer weekend courses. To know more about Lexi IS Academy, check out Lexi IS Academy website or contact the number given. Now, coming back. With respect to the political and security concept, if you see the talks, the framework talks between your central government and Nagas, it is led by your interlocutors and political appointees, and they are trying to bring in more of a ceasefire with respect to reducing violence in Nagaland. And also, parallel groups of Naga national political groups have also been added. If you say what are the constitutional dimensions that is given or protection that is given, that is under Article 371A, which is special provisions for Nagaland, wherein you can protection of customary laws, land protection, resource protection, and also with respect to center and state, your peace accords for asymmetric federalism. That is, in certain topics, Parliament cannot pass a law on these topics with respect to your customary laws, land, etc., without the permission of state legislature. So this is special provisions are given to your Nagaland. So similarly, on the lines of how your Mizo Accord, Bodo Accords were there, even if Naga settlement happens, then it would be a long-lasting peace. So this visit is moreover on the lines of your long-lasting peace. Understanding the 2015 framework of mutual recognition from central government and Nagas, where of your Nagas unique identity and your inclusive Indian sovereignty, which means shared sovereignty. Understanding, and also they are more on leaning towards your decentralized governance and agreement, which will be specific as to highlight the issues of the both side and come into an agreement. How is getting a long lasting peace in Nagaland important for the center? First and foremost, stability and security in the region. Second thing is India's Act East policy heavily depends on a stable Northeast. Because your Northeast, if it is peace prevailing in your Northeast, that would mean the gateway connectivity to ASEAN will also be very smoother. And also, this will enhance our border security, tribal integration, economic development. So, how is government trying to do this? That is through peace and not through coercion. That is through negotiation. Okay, so your Moais visit is more of symbolism in order to that a new dawn and era has been opened up, and we are looking for a long lasting peace. We have gone from insurgency to negotiation to reconciliation. So this is more of India's approach in inclusive governance and sensitive nation building, which is what is highlightive of this particular incident. With this, we have come to the end of the content. If you like our content, subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share it along with your friends. Thank you.